En bedrøvet lektor, tynget af personlige erfaringer. Oprindeligt var sproget et middel til forståelse, men efterhånden er det blevet et middel til misforståelse. Selvom man ikke kan stave ordet desinficere, kan man godt leve i bedste velgående og opnå en høj alder.
Now you must spend some time on the chapter dealing with pronunciation. In this, all the various words that illustrate the sounds of Danish will be heard, and you should listen very closely to them, repeating each one and noting very carefully what's said in the book. Remember that this recording is a supplement to the text, not instead of it. The model Danish words will be heard in the same order as they are printed. Each example will be said twice in fairly quick succession. Then there'll be a pause. In that pause, you should be able to repeat what you've just heard. If we've not allowed you enough time, use the pause control on your cassette player. Then we'll say the word a third time, so that you can check you got it right. Incidentally, don't be concerned that there's no translation for these model words. It's of no consequence, and you should be concentrating on the sound of the language. There's just one small warning we should give before you make a start on mastering the sounds of the language and relating what you hear to the imitated pronunciation you see in the book. Firstly, you must appreciate that a printed imitative system that's based upon ordinary British English pronunciation cannot be too precise if it's to be understood by a broad range of students. Secondly, and here's the warning, when Danish is spoken in the context of a proper sentence or dialogue, its sound is bound to drift away from the oh-so-precise forms you're about to hear in this opening section. In any language, single words used to illustrate the sounds of various letters in combination must be spoken carefully, deliberately. If you put these words into a sentence, the odds are that an ending may be swallowed or some other change befalls their pronunciation. A very simple example in English would be two words like I and am. Put together to form I am, they invariably become I'm. So don't be surprised when you hear the equivalent words in Danish,
Jeg
and run together as
ja.
Although this modification isn't reflected in our imitated pronunciation, you will eventually pick it up from the cassettes. Don't worry if you find this too difficult. Nobody's going to laugh at you if your pronunciation is too precise, too textbookish. First, the use of accents to indicate stress.
Der det. Der det. Der det.
Allé, alle. Allé, alle. Allé, alle.
Now listen to the glottal stop, as used in the first of these two words, which otherwise are very similar in appearance.
Kalv, kalve. Kalv, kalve. Kalv, kalve.
Don't worry too much about the glottal stop at this stage. You'll soon pick it up through listening. We now come to the sounds of Danish vowels. The first example showing the long sound that's almost always given to a vowel when it's followed by a single consonant and another vowel.
Siden. Siden. Siden.
Compare this with the short sound given to a vowel coming before a double consonant.
Side. Side. Side.
Listen to these two again, side by side, to emphasize the difference.
Siden, side. Siden, side. Siden, side.
Let's work our way through the sounds of the vowels. You'll have to pause your tape while you read the text, of course. Then listen to the model words as you come to them and remember to repeat them each time. It's much better to say them out loud rather than to yourself. If for whatever reason you can't do so, too much risk of upsetting your fellow commuters on the train perhaps, then always try to set aside another time during the day when you can practice your Danish pronunciation aloud.
Mad. 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 Lappe. Lappe. Lappe.
lave, lave, lave. Have, have, have.
Var. 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 Far. Far. Far.
Se, se, se. Regulere, regulere, regulere.
Lede. Lede. Lede.
Er, er, er. Der, der, der. Her, her, her.
Maler. Maler. Maler.
Hale, hale, hale.
Lede. 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 Time. Time. Time.
Ti, ti, ti. Energi, energi, energi.
Blink. 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 Ringe. Ringe. Ringe.
To, to, to. Trone, trone, trone.
Kop. Kop. Kop.
Derfor, derfor, derfor. Hvor, hvor, hvor.
Sult. 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 Nu. Nu. Nu.
Mulig, mulig, mulig.
Kold. 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 Lunden. Lunden. Lunden.
Ny, ny, ny. By, by, by. Flyve, flyve, flyve.
Mænd. Mænd. Mænd.
Sæde, sæde, sæde.
Træet. Træet. Træet.
Kø, kø, kø. Øst, øst, øst. Købe, købe, købe.
Mørke. 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 Før. Før. Før.
Måtte, måtte, måtte. Trådte, trådte, trådte.
Åen. 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 På. På. På.
Diphthongs.
Mig, mig, mig. rejser, rejser, rejser,
Støj, støj, støj. Røg, røg, røg.
hav, 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 lov, lov, lov,
Evne, evne, evne.
søvnig, søvnig, søvnig,
Livlig, livlig, livlig.
syv, syv, syv,
Consonants.
Bål, bål, bål.
cigar, cigar, cigar,
Dam, dam, dam.
tid, 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 bede, bede, bede,
Godt, godt, godt. Ild, ild, ild. Mand, mand, mand.
fuld, 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 straf, straf, straf,
Godt, godt, godt.
geni, 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 genert, genert, genert,
Bag, bag, bag. Dage, dage, dage. Ryge, ryge, ryge. Pigen, pigen, pigen.
endelig, endelig, endelig,
Bog, bog, bog.
englænder, englænder, englænder,
Hænderne, hænderne, hænderne.
hjælp, 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 hvilken, hvilken, hvilken,
Jord, jord, jord.
job, job, job,
Journalist, journalist, journalist.
kartoffel, kartoffel, kartoffel,
Knive, knive, knive. Knud, knud, knud.
ikke, 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 malke, 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 skole, skole, skole,
Lys, lys, lys,
meter, meter, meter,
nej, nej, nej,
par, 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 klip, klip, klip,
suppe, suppe, suppe,
quiz, quiz, quiz,
røvere, røvere, røvere,
bedstefar, bedstefar, bedstefar,
sæd, 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 næse, næse, næse,
tit, tit, tit,
tante, 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 18, 18, 18,
det, det, det,
huset, 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 though as often as not these days you will have the soft D ending as in huset, huset, huset.
hvordan, hvordan, hvordan,
Navn, navn, navn,
12, 12, 12, halv, halv, halv,
WC, WC, WC,
xylofon, xylofon, xylofon,
saxofon, saxofon, saxofon,
zebra, zebra, zebra.
That just about wraps up Danish pronunciation. Easy, wasn't it? There's just one other section to listen to, the Danish alphabet. Now, you may think this is somewhat unimportant, but imagine your name was Jack Jones, and you had to spell this out to a Dane who was as clueless about the English ABC as you were about the Danish. You'd start off J-A-C-K, spelling the name as in English letters, and wonder why the other person wasn't writing it down. For it to make sense in Danish, you'd need to say
J, A, C, K.
according to the Danish alphabet. So, here it is.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, Æ, Ø,